It's May 27th, end of May 2024, and here's my new shop. I had to move my old shop because it's becoming a brewery, and the landlord, it's their space, they can do what they want. And here is the new space. I'm very, very thankful to those people in my life who have helped me, help me get the space and make it happen. Yeah, so this is all my stuff. And my collages, these large scale collages. This is what they look like when they're all taken apart. You might have seen pictures of them together, but cereal boxes and lottery tickets. Yeah. My tools. Oh my god, this is like pretty much everything I have of value right here is tools. Various welders, TIG welders, MIG welders, plasma cutters, benders, different types of benders, oxy 70 ray, stomp shear. This cost me a few grand, $3,000. CNC plasma table, all taken apart. I'm gonna build a new one. My buddy Eddie and I are gonna build a much larger one. Blasting cabinet. Take things, rusty bits of metal, and put it in there. And stick your arms in the thing and look down the top. And you could make your old rusty thing kind of new with media. Yeah, clamps. I have so many clamps. I have about 100 clamps. This is my cold saw. Most expensive saw I ever purchased, but it's much, much quieter than those loud screaming saws. And a compressor. This is just a rolling cart of bolts. Nuts and bolts, that's all it's in there. All organized by size. During the move, the regulator that I had a humidifier here, and it broke off inside that little valve. So getting that fixed or replaced is another new project that I don't need. These are all mostly woodworking tools on the floor. Routers, and bench grinders, and table saws, and cut-off saw, and planer. Yeah, different things like that. Here's gonna be the bathroom. Yay, bathroom. Much larger bathroom than the old one. Try to keep it clean. Some welding bottles. Those are empty. Yeah. But good things are gonna happen here. Good things. I'm very stoked. I'm very, very stoked. My last shop was kind of one corner of a storage warehouse. So there's always that kind of stuff that was getting dumped there. But this space is going to be all mine. And I'm stoked about that. It's got 4 walls and a roof. And yeah. Gonna make lots of beautiful things here. Gonna make things that will improve the world. Make things happier. Strotsky. This is the best dog in the world. The best. Okay. He's very loyal. Loves to play. He's a good hugger. I guess play a little bit too much, but I'll take it. Yeah, so it's about half the square footage of the previous shop, and so I have to tuck things away. Maybe I'll be able to use some of this vertical space. Over the last 6 years, my tool collection has grown. So the amount of art I have. This is a trike I picked up for really cheap. I want to make this into cool vendor trick. Yeah. So I got these big collages, and I'm thinking I'm gonna hang them really high on this wall, and then maybe really high on this wall, and then down low I'll have the benches. If you are a welder or carpenter, or anyone who needs to use space more efficiently, I highly recommend building your work tables like this, long and narrow with wheels on them. And the reason is you can take your workbench, and especially if you have a small space like me, and you can line them up against the wall, just nice and narrow, which leaves this open space in the center. Sometimes when you're fabricating, you need like a flat space in the middle of the floor. But then other times you want to pull your tables off the wall, and you could put them together and make one larger table. Put 3 of them together. Yeah. And if you're a welder like me, you can have like a iron edge, which gives it strength, and a place to clamp. And then, the ultimate, every welder says, is to have a big slab of steel that's flat and smooth, that doesn't distort, that sucks all your heat up. But those are heavy and expensive, and I don't always have a lot of cheddar. But I recommend steel frame with a sacrificial wood top, and with that wood top, you could screw in like jigs and blocks, and if you have to make a lot of one thing, you could use that. And I have like little things here, like a gun holder for my welding gun. This little bar here is perfect for grinders. There's a little guard in the grinder. It will sit right there. Love it. Another little gun holder. Gun holders everywhere, because you might notice that if you set I do a lot of MIG welding, so you set your gun down on the table, it'll always fall off. It'll like fall on the ground. But if you have a little holster for it, that's great. This little clamp here it's just to clamp my ground. And these are little bending holes. So when I'm bending small gauge stuff, light gauge stuff, I could stick it in there and bend it. So if I'm making more complex shapes like flowers or just whatever ornamental thing. Same here. This is just a little glory hole, so to speak. You put your rod in there and bend it. Yeah, so that's how am I gonna arrange the shop. That's yet to be seen, but what I'm thinking is I'll have my cold saw right here on the side. Got some plugs right there, and I have my tables lined up against there, and some tables lined up against there. And then on the back left, I'm going to put the CNC, and then on the back right, I'll put materials and tool storage. And I'm gonna try to use some of that vertical space. If I can do a loft, I need to get permission from the landlord before I build a structure like that. But I wouldn't mind building a loft to make use of some of that space right there. That door has to be kept open. Now it'll be closed all the time. Nobody's been going through it, but it's for fire purposes for the adjacent unit, so they have to be able to get through here. So I can't block that off, which is kind of a handicap. And there's like a big door between warehouses behind that, and they built this wall for me. Oh my God, I'm so thankful. I am very, very thankful for the people who are helping me out and giving me use of this space. But yeah, I mean, it's not free. I have to do stuff to make it happen. But I'm so blessed, just unbelievably blessed that there are people in the world who care. And I don't have a lot of cheddar, never have. So it's awesome, and I appreciate these people in the world. You know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate people who've hired me to make things. But this is going to be, it's a new beginning. I'm going to hustle. I have to hustle. I have a mortgage to pay. I got to pay for this place. I got to pay my fantastic helper. And and I want to make art. I want to make a lot of art. I want to make people happy. I want to make people feel. I want to just have art out in the world where you come around the corner and you see something that you're not expecting, and it just touches people. That's what I like to do. I like to leave a positive legacy if I can, do good in the world, and this space is going to help that happen. Of course, I can't always make art. I have bills to pay, so I have to make functional, practical things, and hopefully as time goes on, I have clients that want beautiful things that for your intellect, for your mind, that aren't just functions. I need more lighting in here. This shop has just one fluorescent tube right down the middle, which is great. But I'm gonna try to get something above the workbenches. I have these old lighting trusses that I made from Baseworks days. For those who don't know, Baseworks was 2 spaces ago, and we used to do art shows there, and bands would play, and it was just like a wonderful community space. And one of these days we'll reinvent that. We brought people together to share art, to make art, share music and make music, and it was really low cost or free. And, it was a lot of community. Baseworks was 19 years of awesome, where I grew up as an adult and made a lot of friends. But anyways, maybe this little space, I'm under restrictions. It's not my space. I'm in the middle of a warehouse campus, and so I can't be doing events here. But I can be making things, and maybe we'll have a little. I have to talk to landlords, see what they're cool with. But yeah, I'm gonna make good art here. I'm gonna make good things, and I hope that you'll tune back in. Thank you for listening to my little meandering. Checking in from South Central, South LA, Los Angeles. Thank you, universe. Ciao, ciao.